Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the Intelligence Racing League finale of the season then. And today we're around Interlagos, and it seems like everyone is rushing out the pits very quickly for qualifying. And obviously today we are at Interlagos, a place with changing conditions. And today I am joined once again by LR Bryn. How you doing, mate?
How I'm fine, mate. How are you? And hate to break it to you, but it's no longer LR Bryn.
Oh yeah, no, it isn't, is it? It's MNT Bryn now. I'm very sorry.
Yes.
Just complete. I just completely forgot. Anyway, right. Apparently you've got some track facts. So while we go on a time lap with Menno, then please tell me. Please give us some information about this beautiful circuit, which has hosted many finales in the past.
So, of course, the full name is Autodromo Jose Carlos Pace, I think, something like that, or Paces, or whatever, how the Brazilian pronounces it, it's Portuguese. The GP was first held in 1972, and it is a 4.3 kilometre circuit with 15 corners. The drivers will have to navigate, I think it's 36 laps, or 152 kilometres in the race, and the lap record in the race, not on the F1 game, so mind you, they'll be racing quicker than this, was set by Valtteri Bottas, and it's a 10.540.
Yeah,
Last time at
Yeah, I think these lads are getting into the 109, so I was just going to add that.
For race pace, they will.
Yeah.
I mean, it was set in 2018.
Yeah, please continue.
And the last results here, back in 2019, first place was Max Verstappen for Red Bull. Then second was Pierre Gasly, making it in the Toro Rosso, so making it a double 1-2 for Honda. And then third place was McLaren with Carlos Sainz. Of course, Hamilton getting that penalty, dropping him down a few positions, really gave McLaren their hope for the seasons ahead.
Well, yeah, exactly. As we're now seeing a lot of times now being flooded through. We're getting a low 106 at the moment. The two NSX boys in the Ferraris have set the timing screens alight. Rocco saying a .421. Montana 6,000s behind. No, 600s behind. On a 481, then it goes to Iwan, and then Lando. The top six are separated by a tenth of a second right now. That is absolutely unreal. As D Daniel's just outside that top six, but rotation just making it inside the barrier, and Boss Wanted there goes P8. So everyone at the moment on a 0.4 to a. Oh god, I was completely wrong. I don't know why I was saying it within. I just thought. Sorry, I was just looking at the end times. Excuse me, I thought everyone was on a 0.6. Everyone's the top two on a 0.4, but from third to eighth is pretty close. Sorry, Bryn, for that.
It is close. I mean, I noticed that while everybody was setting in their flying laps, which, like we've said, could hint rain, but McCrew, Justas, Sansu 37 and Connor have all, Crew, Justas and Connor have all come back in the pit lane, but Crew's now just gone back out. As I said, he came back in the pit lane.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see everyone out of the pit so early. It must hint at some kind of rain later on in the session, but it still looks pretty dry. Yeah, go on. Especially
being on the soft tyres.
Exactly. Yeah.
A Ferrari's currently parked inside a Mercedes mechanic.
Well, that's nice. Hope he's doing okay, the Mercedes mechanic, as now Sansu comes down in the middle sector. Let's see what he can do then. So, Sansu, one of the drivers who came in around mid-season, I believe raced at Singapore, and he's gone purple in that middle sector then, has the Haas driver then, as he comes round the final corner. And, oh, he's hitting the curb quite aggressively there. May have dropped a bit of speed. Go on.
At 0.7.
0.7 for oh, he went at 0.5, 2 tenths quicker than you expected, and puts in P3 at the moment for the Haas driver then. Other people starting laps including McCrew, and I can't get off of Sansu for some weird reason, so McCrew on a lap right now then.
Press pause.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah, I got it, but there you go, McCrew now on a lap. Bryn, care to take us through sector 2 and sector 3?
Okay, and he's invalid anyway.
Oh, great. Well, we won't go on board with him. We'll go on Justas. Actually, no, Justas is on the now lap. We'll go with Connor, who is literally just started his lap as I just say the words.
So, anyways, it comes around turn 3 now, onto the second of the DRS zones. Of course, you're going to want to brake just after that little bit of tarmac going into turn 4, now round turn 5, do not want to clip that curve there, because that could hugely, and I mean hugely, sod, mate, just, it's a huge sod off curve. Now coming through turn 8 and turn 9, Menno getting out of the way there. Turn 10, very famous for the accident between Albon and Hamilton, very controversial as well. Now turn 11, easy flat in these modern F1 cars. Turn 12, using the grass on entry, which is not very realistic. I won't give it to co-masters themselves. But now he's going to get slipstream off of Montana. Perfectly worked out from the two NSX drivers as he heads around turn 15 now towards the line. Of course, the first of the DRS zones, and goes pole.
0.2 of a second there between him and Rocco. The thing is, Montana's got nothing to lose here. He's just going to help out his NSX teammates, because obviously, if you didn't already know, massive headline, Montana has won the championship. He won it last round at Singapore. So this is just a little bit of fun for him, and he's purple in the first sector. So I feel like he's still going to try and progress his way up potentially into that P1. He needs to gain 2.5 of a second. Then let's have a look as he now comes down into that middle sector, as well as McCrew is coming through the final few corners, I believe. Thank you very much for letting me know about that, as he now comes around the final corner, then does INL McCrew then, obviously coming through the final corner now, and it's going to be a 106.7 to get him just inside the top 10 then. Oh my god, it's so close in the midfield. Little pat there then. But let's have a look back onto Montana now. Montana coming around the final corner then, up to line. DRS active then, as he's trying to hug the inside as much as possible. Is it looking like a quick lap? It's going to be a 0.3 without any slipstream assistance. I think that's a very, very good lap.
We could see Montana, if they do what they had done before to Connor. Montana could be getting poles in, but I was going to say something, but some people find me like I shouldn't say it.
Okay, fair play then. Anyone else on a lap so far? I believe Laser is on a lap. Laser is 0.3 up in the middle sector, potentially purple, but I feel like that's just a game glitch. As
it is a game glitch.
Yeah, as he's now coming around the final corner now, running right over the curb there. Laser around the final corner, up to line. Can he improve? He does, to go to a 0.6 to get him P6 as well. And it seems like
Justice.
Yeah, Justice on a lap as well. One of the flying, I think I want to say he's like Lithuanian or something. Anyway, up to the line for Justice. I may be completely wrong there. On the medium tyres, what did he do? A 106.9. Only, let's think about this, 0.4 off the top 5. I wouldn't say that's too bad from him.
That's not bad.
And this kind of confirms that I don't think we're going to be seeing any rain, and everyone just wanted to get out of the pits quickly at the start of the session. So I have no clue. Potentially, the only thing I can think about is there was potentially rain at the start of the race. That's the only thing that I can believe. That's why there's no split strategy. Everyone is on the softs except for Justice Ash. He's probably just saving a set of softs, which could potentially mean that there is drying conditions. There is a change of conditions during the race, and potentially may need 2 softs for those conditions. That's the only thing I can think about. My theories are sometimes stupid, so that's what I believe.
Isn't it going to be interesting? I mean, of course, qualifying on the C3 tyre, because of course Pirelli bring the C2, C3 and C4 tyres to the Brazilian Grand Prix, could be certainly interesting. And it's a fact of, it could be either that there's rain, not off the start, but early on. So maybe starting on the mediums could be an advantage, but yet again, I doubt that, because most of the other drivers are on the softs. So of course, I'm probably going to be the rain straight away, or rain's going to be very early on. But the gap between the C4s and the C3 tyres isn't much. Well, I just quickly find that out.
Yeah, that's a good point. And potentially there could be rain later on in the race. We just don't know. Obviously, with the F1 weather, like, I feel like just us is just potentially with those mediums, just trying something different out, you know. As I don't think he's got much to lose, and as I believe that's Bullet Boy up to line, and he goes up into P5. Then good luck from him. As I believe I just saw a Ferrari go off there, and I believe that was Rocco who's just gone off track there. As he's about to, I believe, as Luke now comes up to the line. He stays. Yeah, he stays bottom, but on a 7.1, he's improving there. And I feel like he's still got a little bit more time to gain then, and he's got probably 1 or 2 more laps to do it. And potentially, I believe that these guys went out right at the start of quali, is that they could get 4 laps in. That's the only thing I can think about why they did that now as we're proceeding later into the session. Then that's the only thing I can.
I have some information.
Hit me with the information.
The gap between the C3 and C4 tyres is 0.6 on average, so we could see maybe just us maybe dropping into 6.3s. But if you think about it, it's going to have more time anyway on the soft tyres, because I find that they're at 6.10s. I always tend to find 7.5 tenths, so we could be seeing a 0.2 from just us, maybe even fighting for pole.
That'd be really interesting. And let's have a look. What tyres are he on right now? So Laser's on in the mediums at the moment, but look at that. So I believe that's Ilwan, who's just gone P3. Completely missed that. He's improved by 2.5 tenths of a second then. So he's getting more competitive now out front then. And yeah, thanks for the information there. And Justice Ass is about to start his lap on the soft tyres. And let's ride on board with this one then. With 5 minutes to go in the session, he's now gone through turn 1 through the centre S's. Now he comes through turn 2, riding over the curb on the inside, and he's invalidated instantaneously there. So we won't be riding on board with that lap, and he's probably going to have one more go at getting a good lap under his belt as Connor goes even quicker, followed by Montana. Oh, hello. Look at those two. They're just sharing lap times, potentially a little bit of slipstream assistance. Very far one, but Montana and Connor in a little bit of a battle now, as they've got 1 lap left. Bryn, who do you think is going to take this?
I've got a feeling NSX might actually lock out the top 2 rows of the grid, and I know it's a brave thought, but I've got a feeling it might happen.
Well, so basically what you're saying there is that Justice Sass out qualies Iwan, and so there's Rocco. Obviously, there's only a small gap between Rocco and Iwan, so even if he improves by a tiny amount, he's got a good chance. He's just started a lap right now, actually, as Rocco. So why don't we ride on board with that then, as we now come down to 4 minutes left in the session then, as I believe he will be starting his final laps now coming in at the end of this session.
And he is just coming through Desida de Lago now, heading towards the fast corner of Ferragura. Turn 6, most commonly, then turn 7. Turn 8 and 9 not having a name, but... turn 9 does have a name. It is Pinheirino.
Like yeah.
Pinheirino, there we go. Turn 11, Bico de Pato. I'm making a butcher of these names, but... I'm not Brazilian. I'm not not Portuguese. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. If you now come through Junchal, then for the end of the lap, then it's looking like a decent lap for Rocco there. He doesn't look like he's made any mistakes, but he's going to go into the pit lane. He's not happy with his lap time, and he didn't even put the DRS on him for that one. As I believe Justice Ass is coming around, yeah, and he's going to go straight back into the pits then. He's got 3 minutes left to go. He should be fine to get back out in time then.
Nobody's so everyone on track.
Yeah, nobody's on track right now. Everyone knows the strategy around here. Get out as late as possible, basically. So now with 3 minutes left in the session, I believe that is a Mercedes about to come out of the pits, if I can hear correctly. And I believe that would be, I want to say rotation. That's my guess. But I may be completely wrong.
It's both cars.
Oh, it's both out, plus a racing point as well then. Plus a Renault.
Get cars out.
Yeah, exactly. As D Daniel is the first one out then. He was out way ahead of everyone, actually. Didn't even see him come out. It was like a little sly snake then. Obviously, the first one out of the pits then. D Daniel potentially could compromise him. Potentially could benefit him with no traffic ahead of him when he is doing his lap. Obviously, you can leave the pit lane, let's be real, at around about 1 minute 40 and be safe. So he may get stuck up in a tiny bit of traffic, but I think he should be fine if everyone leaves the pits in the next 30 seconds.
Certainly.
So
they're all going quite slow. Like, there's a little traffic jam between corner rotation and Milan.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a little train. It's what we're going to experience in the race. They're just trying out some drags and stuff like that, just making sure that they've got the right setup on for the race. And who knows what's going to happen in this race. But now we've got to focus on quali. With 2 minutes to go, everyone is out of the pits except for one of the Ferraris, who is Rocco. And now D Daniel starting his lap. Then he's got to improve on a 106.4, a lap that would be absolutely phenomenal to beat there. If he improves by half a tenth of a second, oh, look how close he was to the Renault there as he comes out the pit lane. Is now flying through sector 1, then out of it he goes, and now through up to I believe, is it Ferradura now, up in turn 6, turn 7, and then through turn 8 in a second as we now brake for turn 8 and clipping the inside curve there. Pinarello next, and he's not going to touch the curve on the inside there. He's just going to hug the curb on the inside as he now comes down into the, I believe, Pico de Pato, out of it now. And now the fast run down the hill then in towards Junshao. He's up by a tenth and a half. This could get him P3. Could D Daniel? He's been on decent form. He's lost a little bit in the past few rounds. Can he revitalise his form in the final round of the season then? The Racing Point up to the line then, and it's going to be a 106.3, and that gets P3 in the session then, followed by everyone else now. And now get ready to see a lot of times coming in shortly. Bullet Boy not being able to improve that lap, and it seems like now everyone will be setting lap times. Connor goes pole. I didn't even see that. It hasn't even come up on my screen. Connor has improved.
Montana's going to slipstream off Rocco now. Come on, what's going to happen? Is Montana going to take it? And
oh,
he is! 5.9.
That is unbelievable for Montana. It's a shame we couldn't see that lap, but my goodness, McCrew up to the line, only goes up to P12. Montana getting into the 105. Sansi, what can he do up to the line? Goes P7, and in behind we also have Justice Ass, who's coming up to the line as well. He's 5/10 up. Is he invalid? I think
Iwan's gone P4.
Iwan's gone P4. Justice invalid his lap. It would have only got him P11. Iwan P4 with a 0.3 as well. Spectacular laps. Bullet Boy still needs to come to the line though. He's a 10th up on his lap time. Can he get himself inside the top 10? No, he's staying outside the top 10. He's in perfect position in P11. Also on our lap, I believe that is Menno, who's gone up to P13. In behind that, we have Laser, who'll go up to P11. Dislodges Bullet Boy. And my goodness, what a session
now getting a slipstream off Connor.
Oh my god, here we go.
Come on.
Where's Rocco?
What's he going to do?
There he is, up to the line then for Rocco, and he goes P2. Oh, he beats out Connor there. So Connor has by benefiting his NSX teammate, lost out to him. But it's an NSX 1, 2, 3. That is pretty cool. I can't lie.
I swear, this is like their little league that they want to dominate.
Well, Montana has shown that you can get into the 105s around here. What a lap that must have been to run on board with. Sadly, we didn't get it. But Montana, what a lap. I don't think I've seen a 105. I think what you should do is to check right now. What was the PSGL times around here? Like, the F1 times. I think Montana would have been close to pole. That is unbelievably quick.
I would say something, though. Is Montana using ABS still?
He is.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
Yeah, exactly. But it's Montana. You can't disrespect a legend like that by just saying he's got ABS. He's got ridiculous pace anyway. So fair play to the lad. And NSX 1, 2, 3. What a way to start the evening then. Montana on pole, Rocco second, Connor third. I can guarantee to you right now, as I've been doing all season, I'll mess up Rocco and Connor's names. I just know it. P4 goes to D Daniel, P5 goes to Iwan, a good showing from him. Rotation is 6th, Sansu 7th, Lando 8th, Milan 9th, Boss Wanted creeping into the top 10. Laser in P11 on an alternate strategy potentially. Bullet Boy, McCrew, Menno, Luke and Justice Ass, who decided to qualify once on the mediums, and all of his other laps were invalid.
Montana, if he was racing in PSGL F1, would have got pole position by 500ths of a second.
That just shows how good of a lap that must have been. Obviously,
that was from CRG Matthias, who would have been P2.
Oh, wow. Pole position in PSG F1. I think that I'd like to see what Montana would do with ABS off. I don't think it'd be much slower. Let's just be realistic here. He'd be potentially like half a tenth, maybe a tenth slower. But my goodness me, what a lap he pulled out the bag. That must be closing in on some kind of like lap record on PS4.
I think the lap record on PS4 on time trial is like a 5.8 something like that. I don't know what it is, but it's something like a 5.8.
That's just unreal. But you just can't fault him sometimes. Like some of his dive bombs potentially could fault him. It's something that we were able to watch and commentate on.
Oh,
and
there's no rain yet.
No rain yet, and it seems like the clouds are very, very. Oh, I see a dark cloud just above, but
it's very light, I would say, for rain conditions. So maybe they just chose to qualify on the soft.
Potentially, I guess so. Then let's have a look outside the top 10. That's a big thing that we need to have a look for. Outside the top 10, have they all got mediums? Yes, they have, which kind of confirms that it's potentially a dry race then that we are about to see then. Big questions that we need to ask ourselves. How is NSX Justice going to do on those mediums? I believe, actually, those are the mediums he would have qualified on as well, which, so they're going to be more using anyone else's tyres outside the top 10. Bullet Boy, what can he do? We know he's got pace. He's got himself way up the grid by a lucky safety car once, but we know Billy Boy has pace, but does he have the consistency this time around? But up into the top 10, Montana, can he steal the show today? As well, will he try and stop the party of the two Ferraris? D. Daniel, we know he's got good race pace. Iwan in behind, he's got on the podium quite a few times this season. Rotation, not seen a lot of, but what can the Merc do in P7? Sansu, obviously, I would say a aggressive driver, but a good driver nonetheless. He's very quick as well, something to keep an eye out on. Lando, let's see if he can keep his penalties down. Milan, let's see what he can do then. Oh, he's hit the wall on the formation lap. Boss wanted in P10. And I feel like, even though they're not in the same team anymore, Bryn's going to have a little connection with him. And everyone else obviously started on the mediums. And now everyone is starting to line up on the grid. And this is why I ask you, Bryn, what is your prediction?
I certainly think it's going to be interesting. But NSX people are gonna not be happy with me saying this. I know I've said this before. Could we see a Seb Charles mode? Potentially.
Oh, here we go then as we now come to 3, 4, 5 red lights at Interlagos. And it's lights out and away we go for the Brazilian Grand Prix, the finale of Intelligence Racing League. Down towards turn 1 we go. And it seems like Montana has got a good lead into the first corner. Then down the grid we go. It seems like everyone is being pretty sensible as we see Justas trying to make it 3 wide at the back of the field then. And as we go up the pack then, as it seems like everyone has been very sensible as we see potentially a Red Bull trying to go around the outside. That is Lando trying to go around the outside. It seems like he's just had to lodge in behind for now then, as it seems like Menno has potentially been caught up in an incident then, as they all flow now through Ferradura then up towards turn number 8. And it seems all so clean so far then, as we now come through the middle section of the lap, side by side between Sansu and Rotation then. Sansu trying to make some kind of moves, and it seems like he may have not benefited from that, and he's going to try down the inside now of Rotation into the next braking zone. And still side by side. I don't know what you've seen, but Sansu still trying to go around the outside. He's not going to work this time around as we come to an end of lap 1. Bryn, what have you seen?
I haven't seen much else, but at the back, Mino, McCrew and Luke right now are battling hard. But one thing I will say is that was scary clean. That was scary. Like, there's clean and then there's what the...
Yeah, exactly. As Lando now overtakes Sansu with just the use of probably overtake and a little bit of slipstream. Well, then I'll put some telemetry on.
Oh, Carlos being boxed in slightly by Luke and Menno.
Let's have a look then. Oh my god, that is... Oh, is he going to try and go on the inside as Luke? Luke is going to stay in behind at the moment, but good starts from a few drivers. Just has been able to go up a few positions. No meanings have dislodged any of the soft runners so far then. As a massive lockup from rotation there as he's getting put under pressure by Lando as he's almost going out of a second now to Iran up ahead. The top 5 are now running away with it, and Montana's already gained a second on Rocco then. Montana showing how dominant he is in his displays then as we come to the end of lap 2. Don't let your eyes deceive you. We are still on that lap 2, and lap 3 DRS will be enabled soon. But look how much ERS Rocco has already used. He's on 10% ERS then. I'm not sure about the gaps. It's over a second, and now this is where Montana will fly away very quickly. They're both on so little ERS out front.
Certainly. They're really pushing. That's what they're going to be doing. Is they're going to be pushing to pull away, because if there is rain potentially, they're going to want to get that gap before it comes. But I'm starting to doubt our whole prediction that we said earlier.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't think that... It doesn't look like rain's on the horizon, but anything could happen in this race. Now, it seems like Sansu has got past Lando. Has Lando had a moment? Not really too sure. Wasn't paying attention. But it seems like Lando has just lost a position. Potentially at turn 4. Sansu potentially got a DRS pass there. Not too sure what happened. But now, it seems like the Haas is trying to make his way back up the grid then. As he now tries to... dislodge rotation up ahead. All keeping within a second now. Rocco within a second of Montana, and it seems like Connor is just getting in within that second as well, as we now fly up the hill for the 3rd time this race. And everyone seems to be at a decent margin to each other. No real overtakes happening at the moment, but watch out for Justice, who's got quite a lot of ERS to play with, and he's right on the back of TTG Laser.
Certainly, it's going to be, what can he do? Of course, that Alfa Romeo driver of NSX Justice is going to be wanting to battle. Well, what's the word? What's the word? Forget about his qualifying.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's going to imagine that he's at the front with Montana, Rocco and Connor, and he's just pushing to try and get through some back markers. That's one good way of thinking things right now. But we've only got 2 likes on the stream.
Well,
one of them's me, so we've got 1 technically.
It doesn't matter about it. Doesn't matter. All of these drivers will watch it back, and they'll give us a few likes, so it's absolutely fine. Don't worry about the likes. Just worry about how many people are viewing it and stuff like that. But Justice that's now coming around the next few corners, and he goes through the dip then up towards Jun Xiao, and it seems like he's looking aggressive as he comes out of Jun Xiao, and he's trying to get a move done as soon as possible so he can get potentially onto the back of Bullet Boy and potentially Milan as well. But these guys are not slow. Don't question their pace. Laser is not a slow guy then, as we now fly through turn number 1 then, as we see a lock up ahead, I believe, of Bullet Boy, and it seems like Justice is really putting on the pressure now as Bullet Boy is almost getting out.
Rotation.
Yep, Sansu now trying to gets past rotation. I believe that was on the DRS. Am I wrong? Or am I right?
I think it wasn't. I think it was just pure overtake.
Oh, fair play.
Yeah, because Sansu is literally on nearly minimal ERS right now.
Oh, fair play. Decent show from him then, as and now up down through Pino Radio then, rotation. Oh, look at that gap now, 1.7 seconds, and look at the gap out front. Montana has been able to extend it over a second then. 1.2 seconds it is as we exit the final quarter. Now 1.3. It's around about that margin right now, and it seems like they're both struggling on the ERS, so they're both pushing as hard as they can then. Watch out for Connor in behind. Connor's getting a ridiculous run then. He's got 5% ERS, and it looks like he's overtaking Rocco down to turn 1.
Separating the 2 Ferraris.
Yeah, big one there. Not sure about Constructors Championship, but Connor now overtaking Rocco then, and potentially this is an idea of catch up to Montana then, as now it looks like Lando has picked up a 3-second time penalty as he tries to get closer to rotation then. As I said before this race, I think I may have just jinxed him, as it seems like he may have not taken my advice. Now Rocco picks up a 3-second time penalty as well then, as they're now picking up time penalties in this race then. as it seems like the closest gap at the moment is between Lando and Rotation, so we'll stay on board with that for now. Meanwhile, out front, the gap is still extending between Montana and Connor. Lando in behind Rotation.
Lando certainly is going to probably look for the move down the straight now. Got a very decent exit, we'll say, but Rotation in the second phase of that exit did get better. Did get a better exit in the sense of Lando had the first stage of acceleration, but then Rotation, that Mercedes power up, so obviously just pulling. But the gap between Montana now being 1.6 seconds, Montana and Connor, sorry, in 1.6 seconds.
Oh,
Montana's
watch
just
out.
like, see you later.
Yeah, sorry about that. Watch out, Lando.
Lando. Here we go on Rotation. Going to send it under the brakes. Rotation can't do anything but just back off.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like they just want to stay in this little train that they've got here and don't want to be dislodged from Sansu, who's got some decent pace. Only lost about a 10th a lap to Iwan. And yellow flag, and that is McCrew round. McCrew, has he lost a little bit of his front wing? We don't know.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't.
Okay, so he's probably just lost it, potentially trying to defend or attack on Luke, and it seems like he has not benefited from that one, as now McCrew locking up into the next corner. Doesn't seem like he's done anything good there, and it seems like he may have got caught up with Luke there, as Luke's lost a lot of time as well to the back of Menno then. I'm a little bit disappointed with Just Sass's progress so far, but he literally can't do anything. It's the nature of all F1 at the moment, is that it's a DRS train. You can't get out of it. You can't overtake if you're in it, and it's very hard to get out of, as Montana proved with using. Oh, Bullet Boy's off. Bullet Boy's off.
He's gone. He's gone.
And that's a VSC deployed there. I saw that on stream. I got that on stream then. That was, I don't know what he did there.
My. That is a questionable crash.
Yeah, he must have lost that on the curb then. I'm just going to have a look real quick back on the stream then. That was a very peculiar crash that we just saw there, as Montana now keeping that gap then. I'm just having a look myself. He's just full on just gone off. Oh, I don't know what's happening there. Potentially the steering rack on his wheels completely gone or something like that. Or the wheels just fallen off his desk and he's just gone straight into it. Who knows? Potentially the rumble on there. But we're back to green flag conditions. That was a monumental crash. It reminds me a little bit of just a tiny bit of Charles Leclerc at Monza, in terms of the way they just full on didn't turn and just went straight into the wall.
Yeah, I mean, it is confusing. I've just looked back at it.
Laser. Oh, he's off. Sorry.
Oh, he's just gone.
Yeah, go on. Please continue.
It's certainly interesting looking at it, because they just literally don't turn. They get to the point of, oh yeah, we've done the S descenter. They've done that, and he's just like, where do I go now?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like he's running on a different track. Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Remember that game? There was a game glitch. I don't know whether it was on the F1 game, but ages ago, when online lobby, some people load into one track.
What?
It was something. It was some game that I played. That I remember people loading into one track and some other people loaded into another track. It was so stupid. I can't remember what game it was, but it was so funny.
So, it sounds something like Mario Kart Wii or something ridiculous like that. If
it's Forza.
Oh God, that's a big game. I don't know how they've let.
I don't know what it was, but yeah. I just.
I think we've just witnessed Bryn's death on audio there, as we hope we send rest in peace to his mother and father, as we now come through onto lap 10 then, as Bryn he's back alive. Bryn, do you have anything else to say? Yeah, I think Bryn, I'll give you a minute, mate, as D. Daniel now closing up to the back of Rocco then. It seems like this gap has kind of stabilised then, and it seems like now it's just a little bit of a DRS train. Quite interestingly, as McCrew has picked up a 3-second time penalty, Connor has kept the gap to Montana around about the same, and they've both got around about the same ERS level as well. That's quite interesting to note then, as it seems like the general pace of the two of them is pretty identical then.
It certainly is. One thing I'm going to comment on right now, So, you know how there was this whole thing saying that all they note down any death as COVID? Me chokes on thin air, death reason COVID.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what to say, mate.
Lando's getting right close back of Sansu, going through the S descender now, coming out of turn 2 towards turn 3 onto the second of the DRS zones. Of course, Lando is going to use his ERS. Of course, DRS is going to provide that extra straight line speed. Sansu's lights flashing, showing low ERS, and easy move for Lando.
Yeah, it seems like it, as he's now got past Sansu there. I feel like this is the battle we're going to be seeing for the rest of the race. One thing that is very interesting is, I don't know about you, but it seems like we got a few more clouds than we did at the start of this race. I maybe just cloud spotting as Lando just picked up another 3-second time penalty. But this looks a little bit darker than we saw 11 laps ago, is it not? I think it is, personally.
In my opinion, I cannot tell Jack. Yeah.
What?
That's what you know the saying. You're English, so you know it.
Oh, okay, yeah, understood. Sugar, honey, ice and tea. Yeah, that thing. Yeah, that thing. Yeah, cool, perfect. Yeah, I can see what you mean there. But in my opinion, I feel like there's potentially been a change in the weather, and potentially the temperatures have gone down a little bit. This may actually not help the tyres as well with the grip, but I don't think F1 have really simulated that into their game. But anyway, Sansu now getting very close to the back as Rocco now up the inside of D Daniel, and D Daniel goes round the outside of Rocco then. Sorry, that was a move the other way round as D Daniel went around the outside as everyone now tries to go up the inside. It's a Ferragura up the inside he goes. What a move there.
Rocco's pushing him though.
Bold move as Rocco pushes him through Ferragura then. He's not happy with that one. He's tried to defend one and lost another position in the act of it.
Certainly has, and I'm just going to look in the chat quickly, and Jav has said this to you. Lenny, I'm very ill. Give me a hug.
Oh, Jav. Well, I don't think my voice is probably very therapeutic on that one. I do apologise, but thank you for tuning into the stream then. As it seems like now it's a three-way battle, as it seems like Rocco has really lost some pace then. Now it's a 2.4 second gap.
It's getting darker. Okay, I will actually agree with you. It is now starting to get a bit darker.
Yeah. That is something that we can agree on, as now Rocco, you can really see he's really pushing everyone through the corners there. Let's just hope he hasn't got any front wing damage. He doesn't. As Lando now coming through.
He shouldn't do that, because literally I did it in what race? It was a race, I think it was PSGL season 26 or something. I was pushing somebody down the straight, I was doing like bump drafting. Little did I know, when I came to pit in, I looked at my front wing, lime green.
Oh dear.
I thought I could have got away with it. Like when I looked afterwards, it looked fine, but then as I went to pit lane, I went, "Oh no, come on!"
Yeah, so you've just been.
Going.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You just know that, like, you must have lost probably a few tenths of a second, maybe
it's getting even darker again. Sorry.
Yeah, it is. It's looking like there's almost a little bit of rain on the way. You know what? This is a point where you'd see potentially a few rain drops, like this colour. I'd say personally.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah, exactly. It's Lando now. Oh my God, he ran very wide there. I can't speak today, which is quite bad. Yeah, at least we share something. It's Vapor Rotation, the first one to box in, followed by Boss Wanted, both of them pitting. And if they go onto the mediums, I don't think there's going to be any change in the. Yeah, they're going onto mediums, so surely there isn't going to be any change in conditions. Surely it's just some clouds coming over. Hopefully it'll dry up at the end of the race or something like that. Who knows what's going to happen then, because otherwise they would have gone onto the softs then. Let's have a look then. Oh, what is happening with the comment section? I don't know what's happened there.
We're having a little conversation.
Okay. That's why the comments have just gone completely up then. As
I can make it even worse if you want.
Oh, Boss Wanted up the inside then of Rotation then, and it seems like Rotation was not happy with that one. And he's just completely backed off there. He's just lost 0.7 of a second then. As let's have a look then. And now breaking now down into the next few corners then. Rotation goes. And it's seeming like at the moment the biggest battle is between Laser and McCrew. McCrew and Laser both on old tyres, and McCrew's locked up into... Oh, as D Daniel picks up a 5-second penalty as well then. Crucial As it hasn't actually popped up on my screen, that penalty, which is interesting. But Laser now on the back of McCrew. He's got EOS that he needs. He's definitely got the DRS that he needs, and he's got the slipstream that he needs. Let's have a look. Can McCrew battle? No, he's going to go straight into the pits then after only 13 laps on the mediums. As we now come down.
Carlo, can I
what? The hard?
Is Carlo okay?
I don't know what he's done now. I'm not sure if he knows his strategy or not.
I think Carlo's on something.
Yeah, potentially. That's the only thing.
My voice is starting to sound like absolute.
Yeah, why don't you participate in the Hangman in the comments section? I feel like that would be a good use of your time. Jav is taking over my job in in League of Europe D1.
5 letters. Ooh. Lars just put.
Yeah.
Should I say it on stream or no?
Yeah, go for it.
Sexy.
You're beautiful. Hey, they say it in PG films. I think we can easily say it here and now. As now it seems like Luke is getting tracked down by the new runners on the mediums of Rocco, D. Daniel and Lando then, as this should be an easy move then for both of them down into turn number 1. Is Rocco going to try and potentially got the inside? No, he's going to stay in behind for now, but he will have the DRS coming through turn number 3 then. D. Daniel's had a very good entry into that corner, very good exit as well. He's getting a lot of time there as well. Then it seems like now people are picking up penalties then, as Montana also headed into the pits and got out 3 seconds ahead of Connor. That is absolutely unreal. No, sorry, not 3. No, my bad. He's 3 seconds behind Mello and only 6/10 behind Connor. My mistake there, lads. As it seems like now. Oh yes, what a beautiful bingo there.
That was.
Yes, that is bingo. That is Hangman that I can endorse.
And this guy is good.
Yes, this guy does good commentaries, and now Sansu.
N-N-N-Y.
Yeah.
Lenny.
Cheers, mate. As Sansu now on the back of Boss Wanted then. As let's have a look then. Coming through now, the next few corners to the next corner, and into the final corner we go then. And Sansu, easy move. He's got 0 EOS to play with then, as he now comes down and overtakes Boss Wanted, probably through the use of the DRS. A1 did get the fastest lap, and he's currently in P9 then, just behind Luke, and he's going to get the DRS from Luke then, as Sansu has picked up a 3-second time penalty as well. There are lots of people now picking up penalties at around about the midpoint in this race. One thing that is going to be interesting is where Justice Sass and Menno come out here, especially Justice Sass, considering that I believe he was behind. Hold up. Alright, never mind. I'm stupid. Never mind. I am very stupid. I just had a question of why I saw no softs out on track, but it's because Laser and McCrew both went onto the hards for some weird reason. Are you laughing at the strategy there?
Yes, because I know Carlo knows better than that.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what he's doing there then, as Connor goes and sets some fast up of the race then. It went up the inside of Luke then, through the final corner, and that is another position gained for Irwan then, as he goes up into P8. Obviously he set the fast lap last time round, and he's now showing he's got a little bit of pace behind him as Laser picks up a 3-second time penalty as well then, as it seems like Montana has now just got past Menno then, as it seems like as well Connor wants to get past the Racing Point driver on the old mediums as soon as possible then. Let's see if he can hold on. I'm not sure on how long that will happen, as the grip on those tyres must be really fading at this point. 6 cents a gap already then, and it seems like Connor's probably going to have to wait till the next DRS zone to make a pass then, and that'll be up through the final corner. Montana has already gained 9/10 of a second. He doesn't have DRS like Connor though. And yellow flag in sector 2. That is Boss Wanted off. No, it's not. It's Milan off. Sorry for.
I was going to say something, but I realised it was the wrong car, and I can't say it.
Yeah. Say VSC. Oh my god, I thought it was a safety car there for that. That would have been a little bit embarrassing.
VSC?
Yeah.
For somebody going Spinala?
Yes, exactly that. I've seen worse, trust me. This game is very interesting. It seems like now Luke has gone and boxed. A good time to head into the pits then. He's going to lose less time underneath that safety car. And where is Justice Ass? That's a good question. They're coming through. Oh, okay, they're not going to benefit from it. They would have loved it if that VSC came a few corners earlier. But it seems like Milan has retired. Why have you retired? Oh, yeah, because you just spin.
But still, yeah. Honestly.
You got half the race to go.
Yeah.
Well, finally we've seen a sane person on the track. Luke's actually boxed from the mediums to the softs, which is a good sign of things to come.
It is, but then it's also got me questioning, can he do 17 laps on the softs?
Oh, Lando's got a bit speedy on the VSC penalty. He's not going to be happy with that one as the lights go green then. So he'll be serving that.
Go.
Yes, exactly. As now Menno gets overtaken by Connor then, as Menno going on for another lap at least then, and Justice Ass at the moment in P1 to satisfy an NSX 1-2-3 like in quali, but with just a different driver out in front this time around then. As it's seeming at the moment everyone's just liking these trains quite a lot then, as we now head through to start lap 20 then of the race, with Justice still out in the lead, but only by 4.7 seconds then, and with Justice still to make a stop then in this race.
Justice, yes, of course, could have hugely used the VSC to his advantage, as you did say, because Luke did use that to advantage, but I can see why they didn't pit, as Carlo just get a 3-second time penalty and Milan leaves the session. But the reason why I can see Justice not coming in is because Luke is either going to do soft, because I don't believe he can take the softs for 17 laps. I would say probably 15 is the max taking him. I think that he's going to be in puncture territory.
Yeah. Well, if it was me, as Just Us now heads into the pits, if he got 75%, all three of the four tyres would have blew up. But knowing other people's luck, they'll probably get to around 95% and they'll be absolutely fine. Yeah, I was saying just us into the pits. And he goes for the softs. Thank God we have some sanity on this grid. As Just Us now heads out the pits. Going to be way behind us. That's Lando. Out of the race. He's lost that.
That's got to be a safety car. Got to be a safety
car. And that is the complete wrong time for Justice Ass. Justice will be absolutely fuming there.
Because everybody here in front of him can pit in and will still come out in front of him, I think.
They won't, no, they won't probably come out ahead of him. But Lando's left the session as he's completely replicated what Bullet Boy did there. As Laser heads into the pits now. And there you go. Milan, this is why you shouldn't have gone into the pits and retired, mate. There was a safety car just round the corner, mate. Come on. Learn. Anyway, McCrew heads onto the softs, Laser onto the mediums. I don't know what Laser's thinking, but you know, we roll with it. Montana then, the question is, will these front guys go for track position or will they go for the soft tyres? If so, I believe that means that Justice Ass.
I've got a feeling of soft tyres. But Jeff's put the chat, Nathan said the drive-through is BS. And can we just, straight up, can we just get an F in the chat, which I've started? As the help in, Montana is taking that option. Yeah,
Montana, D. Daniel, anyone else heading in? Rotation, and Boss Wanted, which means that Justice Ass will probably end up ahead of all of them. So this is absolutely genius by him. This medium soft strategy has worked wonders for him, as he's just got promoted from around about P13 up to P5 and ahead of the race leader. Well, the race leader before that pit stop then. So Justice Ass on new tyres as well has got himself up into P5. I would say that's a very decent showing there then.
It is a good showing. Justice Ass, considering they were last. Oh my god. I'm just going to say this now. Justice Ass being last. Oh, okay, yeah, he'll be happy. So that was me just trying to think of words. And it won with the 5-second time penalty for collision with Rocco.
Yeah, yeah, just more collisions. Lads, you're under a safety car. Be safe. Sorry, I just had to really reiterate then.
Keep a car's length.
Exactly, and they don't seem to do that. I don't know what their problem is.
This is what and I mean really annoys me.
What?
I was in this league, and their teammate was leading the race, but the second teammate, who was sat in third, pulled everyone even further back, to the fact of, by the time the safety car had restarted, first and second place were already 3-4 seconds ahead of third place.
Yeah.
And but they didn't even get a penalty for it.
What? Because it's kind of in the. It's just, I think what you're saying
the
there.
The leading car dictates the pace.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like that karting as well. When you're on rolling starts, say in in Rotax, the leader decides when the race restarts, not any other driver on the grid. So, for example, the green flags can go, but until first place has physically restarted the race, no one can overtake or go.
Well, yeah, exactly. I feel like it's just like an unwritten rule of racing then, to just be normal and don't do anything stupid and give everyone else a disadvantage. Just go when everyone else is going. If it's not benefiting you, then what's the point? It should be your first priority in racing should be benefiting yourself. As it seems like now, this is going to be really interesting. These last probably 12 laps, it's going to show. It's a little experiment. What is better, track position or new tyres? That under a DRS train then.
I mean, one thing we'll comment on quickly, just as we are under safety car conditions. Next game, what car would you say? AMG GTR, we already say, but in red, or well, that's actually not the GTR. They didn't even code in the new car. They just kept the car since 2016, which is a GTS. But will we see the Ast?
Who knows? Who the hell knows?
Cody's probably won't be bothered.
I can't lie. I would love to see the Aston, but you know, let's have a look then as we now come through to start the race, and let's have a look. Yeah. Oh no! Connor's lost it underneath the safety car. Oh no!
What the?
Oh no! Rocco now starts the race. Then he gets P1. He's lost it. That's George Russell-esque. Connor into the pits. Boss wanted to.
Right. No.
Disqualified from the session for ignoring a drive-through penalty. What is going on, Bryn? What is going on?
Oh my god.
What happened there? So Connor now.
By the way, don't you dare say George Russell style. I'm currently wearing a Williams top. Say Roman Grosjean instead. Thank you.
Okay, fair play, but it's just because he was very close to the start. I've done it before, but I wasn't in P1. That is pretty embarrassing from Connor. He could have won this race, you know, and he's bottled it. Is what he's done. He's only gone and bottled it, like his teammate does. No, sorry, not as his teammate does. Like Rocco does all the time. Rocco loves a little bottle. Now Justice Sass is in a very good position to win this race. Everyone ahead of him has a penalty. He doesn't, and now he's got soft tyres compared to their mediums, and this just looks like a simple pass then, as Boss wants to lead the session. Down the inside he goes, and unless Sansi makes a unrealistic fight, Justice Sass should be through to get himself. Oh, let's have a look at this. Side by side. What? Oh my goodness me. Through that corner as well. D. Daniel gets past. Thank you for mentioning that. That was a great move there by D. Daniel as well on Luke, who's got older softs.
Montana's got a 3-second time penalty.
Vital now, because
Justus is for the win now.
Yeah.
If the race ended right now, Justus wins.
Exactly. He's the only one without a time penalty to his name in the top 5. And he's only got one warning then so far. He's got to pick up 2 to get himself a penalty then. So at the moment, Justus is in a very good position. Stay where he is. He's getting the win. I think that's something that which is very important. And oh, quite good then as well. Montana almost lost it on exit then. Everyone attacking their cars to the max then to try and get up the grid then. Montana, no, he's just picked up that 3-second penalty. He's going to be much more aggressive now. And DRS enabled. And Montana now. up the inside of Sansu. 2 laps, 2 overtakes past Sansu. Then as Laser picks up the fast lap of the race then with a 108.2, much faster than the lap record set by Valtteri Bottas. As Montana now is going to make a little bit of a charge to try and make 3 seconds on Justus. But first, he has to get past him.
Certainly has got to do it, and Justus will not make it easy for Montana. And of course, Justus is going to want to get past his teammate. But most likely, will we do team orders? Will they do team orders or will they not?
Yeah, I don't think they would do team orders. Team orders are for scum. I think personally they are.
Also, you later on in another league with your teammate end up doing.
Wait, what?
It's alright. I'm saying that you saying now that team orders are scum. You later on this season in another league, you'll end up doing team orders with your teammates.
Yeah, exactly. It probably will end up like that, and it'll probably be my teammate trying to overtake me then. But anyway, Iwan now trying to overtake Rocco. This is a good chance for him to get on the podium then. If he can overtake Rocco and extend the lead, he's got a good chance of doing well in this race. He does have a 5-second penalty to his name, which questions why he didn't pit, but now he's going to potentially go up the inside into turn 4 then. He's going to go side by side through to Cena DeLargo, and it's still side by side on towards Ferragura then, and Justus as well, trying to go around the outside, and no, not this time, but Iwan now in the lead of the race. Oh, Rocco!
Oh, there's been contact between Rocco and Iwan.
Oh,
my God!
What was that? Rocco's got throwing damage surely from that incident. Then yellow flags. Connor's retired out of the pits. Then that's another VSC, another one to add to the collection. And oh my, I believe that's damage on the left front end plate for Rocco. Then 3 VSCs this race. It's getting a little mad now. Whew.
See, Bert Milan just too tired to bother driving.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like he's had his 3 laps out and he doesn't want to do any more. He gets paid for minimal work is what's happening there. But Rocco, let's see if anyone bottles under the safety VSC restart then and gets a drive through. That would be quite funny. But anyway, this just gives Justus Sass more time to just hold him behind and make an impact then. So this is just
when are they going to get back onto racing then? Let's
have a look then. It's when they all slow up then. I believe they're about to go green then now. This is where they'll probably be going green in about 3, 2, 1, and I want to say around about now. There you go. As we're now back onto green conditions, and Rocco has just gone off into oblivion then as he tries to return to the track. As it seems like we're now with 8 laps to go then. It's getting very close. Everyone is separated by 5 seconds, the whole pack within 5 seconds, and the whole top 10 separated by 4 seconds then. It's going to be a very interesting final few laps then. Who will win this? We don't know, but just to let you know,
I'm putting a bet on Justus.
Or I think that's probably your best bet at the moment then. The bookies would be right with you there, Bryn, as we now come down towards turn on 1. It could be a double overtake here then. And no, Iwan going to try and make a move then. Justus holding him behind for now then. He's going to try and go around the outside. But look at this. He's going to get potentially a better run than Iwan and potentially Rocco as well. This could be a double overtake for the Alfa Romeo. He's going to go around the outside. Oh, it's 4 wide. It's 4 wide. Oh, massive crash. Oh, no.
My.
And Montana is in the lead of the race then. 4 wide does not work, ladies and gents. Oh my, what a shock. Oh no. Montana leads the race. What has just happened there? Oh my.
Holy.
Brilliant.
So now it's on Daniel for the win. It's on Daniel.
I don't think we'd have been saying that a few laps ago then, but my goodness me. What has just happened? 4 wide into Tessina DeLargo does not work, as I think we've just proved. I don't know what everyone was doing there, but somehow Montana has come out with the lead on lap 30 there. That is something that we didn't expect to see, but just a defence through turn 1 and turn 2 made it happen. Rocco into the pits then. He was leading this race. And now he's down in P11. And with a front wing change and a 5-second stop go. To worse, and Montana resumes his work out front then. D. Daniel with a very good chance of winning this race then. And if anyone ever says to you, Bryn, that Interlagos doesn't give you excitement, I think you should tell them to screw them and basically just go away and revisit your whole life, basically. And yeah.
Interlagos does bring action. Most of it not good.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, sorry, good for us, very good for us, but not good at all from a driver's perspective.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of incidents, and it seems like, oh my god, I thought Daniel was going into the pit, so that would have been interesting then.
Daniel with 0% ERS now.
He is pushing to the max to stay within, and Sansu now on the inside of Vapor Rotation. Look at that Vapor Rotation round the outside, and he's done a switchback move of dreams to get himself up into P3. He's still got a chance of winning this as well. He's got no penalties to his name. If D. Daniel is pushing too hard, those softs could become very precious at the end. So if Rotation has got some pace on him, he's still got a chance of, well, he's definitely got a chance of P2, but potentially the win in this race. Watch out for Luke as well. He's got a good chance of getting some good points as well then. It's all going haywire in these final few laps, Bryn.
It certainly is going very mental. Daniel is on for that win right now, but can't say too much too early.
Yeah, exactly. If you say something too early, we'll probably jinx it, and we probably need to touch wood.
Okay, I think Daniel's going to win this.
Okay, right. That touch wood, please. Don't jinx another driver.
I mean, the only thing you can say to me now is that I'm no longer being biased.
I mean, you're true on that one. Because obviously D. Daniel's not in. Well, you're not in that team. I leave for 50.
That team.
That team. Yes. I don't. I think. Is it?
You're not going to give them any respect.
More the fact that I don't know if there is actually a team anymore or not. That's why.
There is a team.
Okay, but there's just low drivers in it.
No, just four of us left.
Oh, okay, fair play. I didn't know what had happened. I can't lie to you. So it is still Leo this. Fair play.
Love wins.
Oh, Jav's being a simp tonight for me, and I'm all here for it. As now with 4.5 laps to go, then can we see anything dramatic happen? I feel like Rotation potentially. Yeah, he's not even going to get P2 on this one. It seems like Montana knows that. Oh, it's now Just Us gets past McCrew as well. Oh my god, he's gone all the way onto the curb there to get that one done then. As we now fly through another time then into the final corner. There's going to be potentially free wide action. We see Laser in behind. It's going to be free wide action as we now come down towards turn number 1 then. As it seems like now a double. Oh, Justice has lost 2 positions then. In the corners, he's going to try and go right back up the inside. They're going to go side by side. The DRS is enabled for Laser. Just us though on the inside. He's got no ERS in the tank then. Up the inside then of Laser. And it seems like now he's got that move done. And it's there to say that Justice us with no ERS in the tank then has now got past. And I think who's got the most ERS? No one has literally got any ERS. Mano's got the most with 40%. This is absolutely amazing. Thank you for sparing in the comment section. Much appreciated. As
no problem.
Yeah, with now 3.5 laps to go, I think things are solidifying out front then, and it seems like with more laps going past, it's seemingly more like Montana.
Jobs just said something that's actually pretty good. Sexy individual member of Penguin.
Right. Okay. All I'm going to say is thank you for that, Jav. Much appreciated. I mean, that is a lovely abbreviation, but we don't need to be talking about penguins right now. We need to be talking about. I don't know what else we could be talking about.
Another penalty. Carlo's now on 9 seconds. Am I right? Carlo, man, step up your game.
Yeah, I feel like this is a race that's benefiting the people who've got low points in the championship. Look at Menno. Menno around about mid-table has done an absolutely spectacular job. Luke over here could get some decent points as well then in the final round of the season. Iwan as well. He had a rocky midpoint of the race, midpoint of the season, sorry. But it seems that he potentially could get a good result out of this. But Rotation is going to be so overjoyed with himself with a potential P2, or let's just say P3 as well then, as we now come through to start the second to last lap, the penultimate lap of the season then. Montana out front, D Daniel in second, and Rotation in third then, as they all fly across the line for the 35th time.
Well, one thing I'm just going to say right now is Jav has said in the chat, yes, Brent, talk about the race, grr. Well, I'll have you know, I wasn't the one that sent the message about penguins, but let's just, move on. But because Carlo is a friend of mine, just to be annoying to him, mate, step up your game. The penalties are absolutely disgraceful, mate. I know you're better than that, wink wink.
Yeah, exactly. His rotation is it seems like now he's way out of zone of Montana. Yeah. Montana's just flown away on that one. Iwan trying to hold on to the back of Sansu. Sansu knows that he's going to be down in the back of the grid by the end of this race now. And it seems like Rocco is going to go for the fastest lap of the race then. But I believe, he's going to do that on the 36th and final lap then, as he's only just started lap 35, as another driver is coming to finish lap 35 of NSX Montana then. And I feel like D Daniel is now 1.5 seconds in behind, as one more lap to go, and he's going to get himself a victory. Touch wood on that one, and hopefully I haven't jinxed him there, as Rotation in behind and done a stellar job in behind. But I feel like we should be looking at this battle as well then.
Yeah, by the way, you have been asked when everybody crosses the line to end off the season, Lenny, could you give us a long, hard, I'm not going to say it out loud. When everybody crosses the line.
I mean, I could, but
with two kisses.
You know what? I'll do it when Rocco crosses the line to potentially set the fast up of the race. Well, can we make a compromise with that?
No.
I'm going to make a compromise with that. Bryn, do whatever you want, but I'm going to do it when...
Okay, I'll do it for Rocco, you do it for Montana.
No, I'm doing it for Rocco. Anyway, now...
I'll do it for Montana.
Yeah,
I'll do it for Montana.
Anyway, Montana now coming around the final corner then. He's got a 3-second time penalty. He's done a stellar job after that crash. And around lap 30 then. D Daniel though, up to the line then to come P1 then first. Thank you, Bryn, for that. Very, very, very lovely of you. Let's have a look how the grid finalises then. Oh my Jesus Christ, it's changed. Menno P4, just P5. Yeah, Iwan P6. Luke 7th, good display from him. Laser P8. McCrew has crashed. Sansu P10 after all those penalties. And Rocco going for the fast lap of the race then. Fast lap at the moment, I don't even know. Let's have a look.
7.7 from him.
It's a 7.7 from him, so he's just beating his own lap time then. And let's have a look then. Round the final few corners. And he's 4 tenths up, and this looks like it's going to be a very quick lap time. He's got fuel, he's got EOS. And now, to finish the season, Rocco is going to set the fast lap of the race in his Ferrari. And there you go, up to the line. And D Daniel gets the win today. And as promised, I'm going to go... Oh yeah. And there you go. There is my effort. As Just Us picks up driver of the day then. As D Daniel takes home the win today then on penalties, but fair play to him. He just stayed out of any trouble, unlike other drivers who, for some weird reason, went 4 wide into a corner.
And some drivers who decided to use the hard tyres.
I feel like that's aimed. I feel like it wouldn't be aimed at all no, it won't be
aimed at anybody named Carlo.
Yeah, exactly. McChef, as I like to call him. But anyway, well done to D Daniel, Montana, and I believe also Rotation finishing out to the top 3 then. What a race, and I wouldn't have expected that top 3. if I was to predict it. Rotation having a very good display there as well. Menno picking up P4, Just Us picking up P5, Iwan 6th, Luke 7th, Laser 8th, McCrew 9th, Sansu 10th, and Rocco P11. Connor obviously DNF'd, so did Boss Wanted, so did Lando, so did Milan, and so did Bullet Boy. And there you go, lads.
The season's over.
Season over. And all I've got to say is thank you so much for watching this season. Any final words from you, Britain?
Goodbye.
I guess goodbye will do from him then. But for me, I'd like to thank obviously Jav, who invited me into the role, and then obviously McCrew, who's been able to help me with commentating and making sure that I'm all good and stuff as well. Thank you,
Bryn. Carlo. We do.
Yeah.
We love you, Carlo.
Thank you for the drivers for another spectacular season in Intelligence Racing League. Obviously, I think we've seen today what these drivers can produce, some very fast racing. Then, obviously, we saw a 105 in quali. That is absolutely mental. And Bryn, for the past 4 or 5 rounds, thank you so much for being my co-commentator. It's been a very enjoyable experience.
Being able to commentate with a go. This has been the most chilled comms I've ever done.
Mate, it's what brings the viewers in. And thank you everyone for watching. We kept around 10 viewers the whole time. I think that's quite decent compared to what we've had at some points. Cough cough Singapore. But there you go then. Top 3 today of D Daniel, Montana and Rotation. Thank you everyone so much for watching. This has been Intelligence Racing League. My name has been Spag. Bryn is Bryn, of course. And thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.